Hey guys, it's Schreiber here, and today we're going to be learning about complex fractions. I'm just going to get right into it. If you guys can take a look here, we're going to pause the video, and I want you guys to write down each of these examples here. Write each of these down, and then we're going to solve each of them. So 1 divided by what will give you 6. Okay, let's get right into it. So 1 divided by what number gives you the number 6? Well, the question here becomes, what number goes into 1 exactly 6 times? And that's going to be just like a fraction. So what number, in this case this is a number less than 1, goes into 1 exactly 6 times? And the answer to that is, well, you take a look here, is that 1/6 goes into 1 exactly 6 times. Now, how do we know that? How do we know that 1/6 goes into 1? Well, think about a pizza. Think if you have a whole pizza would be 1, and you broke it up into 6 equal parts. 6 equal parts of the pizza. Let's see if I can do this. Let's go 1 piece, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not the best looking pizza, but if you had 6 different pieces, and if I said, what is one of these pieces worth? You'd say 1/6. And we also know that 1 divided by 1/6 equals 6. And hopefully you guys remember that you have to keep, change, flip, keep the first part, change this to multiplying, and then we flip this here to 6/1, and that is always going to give you 6. And as you guys can see here, that's going to be the same thing for each of these. So 1 divided by what gives you 10? 1 divided by what gives you 10? What number goes into 1 exactly 10 times? And it's going to be a very similar type of thing. You're going to notice a pattern here that 1/10 goes into 1 exactly 10 times. And that's going to be 1/10. This one right here, 1 over x equals 1/5. Very similar. You know, an x right there is the same thing as having like a question mark, like what is actually going in there. And a lot of people think everything changes, but really it's just going to be negative 1/5. Keep, change, flip, it's going to give you that answer. And if this is a little quick, we just want to give you guys a brief overview before we go over some examples. Let's try D here. That's just going to be multiplying. Whenever you multiply decimals, this is just kind of a refresher. You don't have to line up the decimals, but all you have to do is multiply your actual numbers here. 4 times 5 is 20. And then we move these decimals 1, 2, 3, 4. Move that over 4 times. So we move this over 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, when you're multiplying this, this is like taking a piece of a piece. This is like taking 400ths of 500ths. It's going to be a very small number. You got to move those decimals over to the right. Let's take a look at the last one. 0.205 divided by 0.005. First thing we're going to do is we're going to write this like make sure I wrote that down right. Let's see. And then we're going to make sure that we move this decimal so we have a whole number. 1, 2, 3. So we have to move this decimal over exactly 1, 2, 3. And then the big thing here is you want to rewrite this. That's the same exact thing. This problem is the same exact thing as 5 over 205. And 5 goes into 24 times. 5 goes into 5 one time. This answer is going to be 41. We're going to make one more video for you, and we'll go from there.